What's going on, people, and welcome back to another kit ranking video for the new Premier League season. This is my 20 to first place home kits ranking for the new season, and at number 20 I've gone with Bournemouth. Now you've got the triangle kind of jagged effect with the black and the red. And then the lighter tones of sort of the black lines. Quite like the collar on it, and I don't mind the sleeves too much, but that whole torso part and the Daffabet sponsor, I don't like it. I would have preferred it if they'd have kept to the stripes that they've had. I just don't like the pattern on it more than anything, and I just think it's a little bit, they've tried to be a bit more modern, I think, but I don't think it works. So 20th place, Bournemouth. 19th place, West Ham. Again, I don't like the patterned bit on the shoulder parts. I think it would have just been a more effective kit if it was more simple. I'm not a big fan of the neck part either. I don't like that it's a white and a blue. I think if it had just stuck to one colour, it'd have been better on the neck. The actual torso part of the shirt, I think is fine because it's West Ham. But I just don't like how the sleeves are with the shoulder parts and the neck bit. So I think they could have done a lot better. I'm not a fan of this one, so West Ham, 19th. 18th place, I've gone with Leicester. I don't like the collar on this. I think it looks just a bit like it doesn't go with the rest of the shirt. It looks like there's a kind of a light gold tone on the Adidas and the actual badge for Leicester, but then that doesn't link up well, I don't think, with a white over the blue with like the sponsor, the badge on the side, the white stripes on the top, and then the dragon bit on the side. If the team badge and the Adidas would have been white, I think it would have blended better, but because it's a different shade of colour, it's almost like a light gold, it just throws the shirt off, I think. I'm not a fan of the sponsor. I think it's too big. It's not pretty. And I just really don't like that collar on it. I think it just looks a bit of a cheap effort for me. So, a bit disappointed because I think Leicester have had some nice kits the last few years, but I'm not a fan of this one, I've got to be honest. Leicester City, 18th. 17th place, we've gone with newly promoted Nottingham Forest. As in my image, they haven't got a sponsor, but I think that they have a sponsor for the season. But I think it's that boxed, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest, because it's very big. But on the image I've got, it's just a plain one without the sponsor. I do quite like the simplicity of the shirt. The sleeves look like they've got a little bit of a pattern on them compared to the torso, but I still quite like it. It's simple. I think that they could have a better sponsor if they do have that boxed again. But yeah, pretty simple, but it's not the worst. So I don't have it that high up, but not that low down either in terms of it being at the bottom of the list. But 17th place, Nottingham Forest. 16th place, I've gone with Chelsea. Disappointed with it, and most of it is the fact that I do like simple kits, but for this one it's too simple. I don't like the collar bit on it. It throws it off for me again. If it was a solid colour, a white or a black, it would have blended better. I think a black would have worked best, but I just think it's a very boring shirt. They haven't changed too much, but that collar I think it looks a bit cheap and just a bit not nice. So for me, disappointed. 16th place, Chelsea. 15th place, Liverpool. Similar to Chelsea's one, just too simple, not enough gone into it. I don't like the material and the look of it. I quite like the white tones over the red, but it's just, I think compared to last season's, it's just a lazy effort. It's not enough going on. I don't particularly like the patterned effect on it with the lines. I just think that they could have been a bit more creative with it. So disappointing attempt for me with this one. 15th place, Liverpool. 14th place, I've gone with Man City. Now, I know a lot of people like this shirt. I didn't particularly like their shirt last season, but I preferred it to this one. I don't like the kind of claret with the blue. I don't think it goes. The centralisation of the Puma and the City badge with the Etihad is not the worst, but that claret really throws off the kit for me. I don't like it. It reminds me too much of like a Villa or a West Ham. And I just don't think it goes well. So I don't like that claret on it with the sleeves and the collar. So for me, it ruined the shirt. So not a fan of it. I think they could have done a lot better. 14th place, Man City. 13th place, recently released. It was the last one to get released of the home kits. And it is Fulham. Gone with the W88 sponsor that Wolves also have. I quite like it, to be honest. I like the collar on it with the little black lines with the red and then the black sort of trimmings on it. And then the black Adidas stripes on the shoulder. And then you got the bottom of the sleeves as well that match up with the collar. I like how that all blends. I like the Fulham badge, obviously, with the black, red and the white. It blends with the rest of the colours on the shirt. I think it's pretty simple, but it's enough design and little intricate details on it that I like. I think the sponsor could be better, but as an overall attempt, I think it was worth the wait. I quite like it. I really liked what they did with the collar and the sleeve. So Fulham, good attempt, 13th place. 12th place, Aston Villa. They haven't changed their shirt a whole lot. They never seem to change their home one a lot with their colours. I like the kazoo sponsor. I quite like the triangle pattern on going down the torso and even on the chest part. I like the Castore bit on there as well. And then the Villa badge. I like the sleeves. They haven't changed it up a whole lot, but I quite like the balance of the pattern and the simplicity. So good attempt with Villa. 12th place. 11th place, I've gone with Wolves. AstroPay, I think I like the sponsor in terms of the size of it. I think it fits nicely with the size of the badge and the Castore. The collar could be a little bit better, but it's not the worst. You've got the black lines going over the trapezius part as well. The little black panels on the bottom around the waist. I just like that they've kept it simple. I think the sponsor's not... I think they got the size of it spot on. The Wolves badge is definitely a standout as well. I like how they are more modern with that now and how they designed it. The Castore blends well with the black as well, matching up with the badge. And then you got the black parts across the shirt with the little white bits on the sleeve as well. I think the balance, again, very good, and I like it. So Wolves, good effort, 11th place. 10th place, Brighton. Not changed it up a whole lot themselves. They've added the yellow onto the home shirt, or the gold if you will. I'm not a massive fan of it in terms of the gold, but I think it works well enough. I would have preferred it if it didn't have that thin strip of goldy yellow down the middle part. And if the sponsor with the American Express wasn't just a white block in the middle. But an overall effort, I think it blends well enough. So I think it's a pretty safe design, but they haven't changed it up too much, which I like. So 10th place, Brighton. 9th place, I've gone with Southampton. My missus doesn't like this shirt, she said it. I'm not a massive fan of the pattern on the white bit behind the bold stripe of red. But I quite like the design of it overall in terms of the red and like the stripe down the middle with the white. I'm not a fan of the pattern, as I said, but I like the Hummel sponsor, especially over these parts here. I've always liked the Hummel designs a lot of the time, especially with like the Denmark kits. So it gives me that kind of vibe. I think the sponsor could be a bit smaller. But overall, I like that they've got the badge in the middle of the thick, bold stripe down the middle. And then the Hummel sponsor, and I just like it. It's different. It's a lot more white than the home kit would usually be, but I like it a lot. I also like their away kit, which I'm going to do a separate kit ranking for the away kits for the season as well. But as an overall effort, they've changed it up a lot and it's risky, but I like it. So 9th place, Southampton. 8th place, they've kept it exactly the same as last season, and it's Brentford. It was one of my... I think I had it number 1 last season as my favourite home kit. It's fallen to 8th place, but it's more so because there's some that have been designed this season that I do prefer, obviously. But I think in terms of just a nice, simple kit with keeping to their traditional colours and stuff, I think it's a safe one. Brentford, 8th place, not a lot to say about it. I like the fact that they've stayed loyal and not just gone with the rest of the crowd in terms of putting out kits every season. I think their fans will thank them for it as well, because they haven't got to fork out a load of new money because it's a new shirt. So Brentford, I like what they've done, 8th place. 7th place, Everton. Gone with a steak sponsor. It's got a little bit of a pattern on it, which I'm not a massive fan of, that you can sort of tell on the torso, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't stand out massively, so I can deal with that. Again, the Hummel sponsor. They've got the patterns on the upper part as well, which I like. I think the sponsor could be a bit smaller, but I like the fact that it's very simple. It's got like the little white arm panel bits under the arms. Solid blue with on the sleeves, and then you got the white collaring with the circular collar piece. So I really like it, apart from the pattern bit on it, obviously, and the sponsor being a slightly bit too big. But I like how simple it is with the Hummel sponsor as well. Very smart kit, very well done by Everton. 7th place. 6th place, I've gone with Arsenal. Arsenal usually in my top 3 all time every season, pretty much, with their kits. In terms of, like, just every season they put a solid kit out. And again, it's a solid one, but I think other teams have done better this season in competing. So I've got them at 6 for this year. Similar to the United design with a collar bit, with a jagged sort of lightning bits, if you will. Then you've got the main part of the shirt of the red, and then the white sleeves. With a white Emirates and white Adidas, and then I think the badge of the Arsenal badge blends in well with the rest of the red. I like that they've got the button-up piece on the neck as well, and then the white Adidas over the red on the shoulder bits. Very smart, very simple, haven't changed it up a whole lot, but yeah, works well. Arsenal, well done, 6th place. 5th place, one that took me by surprise a little bit, and it's Leeds, because they've brought in the yellow with the blue. They've kind of mixed it up in last season. They had the yellow with the white, and before they had the blue with the white. So they've combined the two this season, and I like it a lot. I like how it blends in with the badge, with the yellow and the blue and the white. And then you got that throughout the whole of the rest of the shirt, with the blue Adidas on the shoulders, and then the blue and the yellow on the sleeves. The blue Adidas and the sponsor itself, you've got the blue and the yellow with it's like supposed to be a figure running, I think. I think it's a very good effort. I like how they've kept to their colours and designed it with a good balance. So Leeds, great effort. I think it has a bit more of a retro feel with that yellow combined in with the blue now as well. 5th place. 4th place, one that I think is a bit Marmite for people, but I really like what they've done with it. They've kept the kind of balance of the blue and the red that they have every year, and they've changed it up with a pattern, and it's Crystal Palace. Big fan of it. I like how it looks, the Palace badge, and I like how the sleeves match up with the neck. I really think it's smart. I like the fact that they've changed up the pattern and not just had stripes like they have. Big fan of it. I think they've been very creative with it, and I'm a big fan of it, as I said. So great effort, great design. Crystal Palace, 4th place. 3rd place, I've gone with Newcastle. I prefer it a lot to last year's, because last year's had that kind of pattern where it looked like it had a 4, where the stripes kind of got blocked out with a sponsor. And I like it a lot more this year, because you've got the solid stripes, you've got the sponsor still there, but you haven't got that kind of 4 looking pattern on the chest piece. Castore, again, I like the sponsor with a light blue colouring that matches up with the sponsor of the Fun 88. I like the balance and of the stripes with the black and the white. There's not too much of either. I think it's just a great balance. I love how there's a black thin strip going through the white on the sleeves, and then similar to the neck piece as well. So really big fan of this one. Great design. They got rid of that 4 template that a lot of people weren't that happy about. I think it's a really smart kit. Newcastle, 3rd place. Number 2, we've gone with Tottenham Hotspur. They haven't changed it up a whole ton. They've stuck with that. They've still got their AIA sponsor, obviously their badge with the team badge with the Nike. But I really like what they've done with the Spurs with the blue, and then the almost a luminous yellow with the Spurs writing around the collar and the luminous yellow fin strip around the blue, and then they got it matching up with the sleeves. For me, that is what... I'm not a massive fan of the pattern on the shirt again, but I like the look of how the material is, and that luminous yellow really makes it stand out to me with the blue now. So great effort from Tottenham. Not a huge fan of their kits over the years, more so their away ones and their third kits. But in terms of the home one this year, they really surprised me. And just adding that little intricate luminous yellow that they have, I think it really pops and stands out. So great effort from Tottenham, and that's why they're number 2 for me. And then number 1, people might think I'm biased because I'm a Manchester United supporter, but when I saw them playing it in pre-season, especially with the black shorts and the black socks, which won't always happen because we always wear red with white shorts and black socks at home, but with the black shorts and black socks with this top, it looks so nice, and it is Manchester United home kit. I love the badge. It's more the old school, that kind of crest around the badge itself. And then the white Adidas matches up with the neck piece with the jaggedy sort of triangle patterns on the neck piece with the red and the black. Team viewer with a white over the red, and then the DX technology on the side with the black Adidas stripes over the shoulders. I think the balance of the colours, and then you got the kind of little pinstripey effect underneath the shirt as well. I think it's really smart, and as when you see it in a whole kit, in terms of with the shorts and the socks, I think it looks beautiful. I haven't actually seen it with the white and the black socks yet, because I've only seen them play in the red with the black shorts and black socks, but I think it looks beautiful. And it's not just because I'm a Manchester United supporter. I just think it's a beautiful kit in terms of the shirt itself as well. And by the looks of it, the away and the third kit look gorgeous too. So yeah, this is my number 1, Manchester United. Let me know what yours would be in the comments, guys. What would be your last place? What would be your first place? Let me know who your team are, and where they fell in your ranking as well. I will be coming with an away kit ranking as well at some point. I'm working a full-time job now, so the videos won't be as frequent as they were, but they will still be uploaded as of when I can do it, guys. So stick with me, come and join and subscribe. 2,000 subscribers by the 1st of December is the target. We will smash it, but I need your help, guys. Let me know yours in the comments, guys, and check the community tab as well for the next top 10 you want to see. I'm going to be doing the Man City one for the next top 10, but the one after that, let me know in the comments when I put the poll up. Get voting on that, and I'll see you guys soon.